All right, today for Oscar Monday, we are going to be doing a tier list of the best animated film winners. I'm very excited about this one. There are some fantastic films in there, so let's get into my thoughts and my rankings on them right now. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Tyson, and we are here to talk about movies. That's right. We do movie reviews, movie trailer reactions. We cover major movie news on our M1 podcast. We do movie rankings, and of course, we do Oscar Mondays. So, with that being said, we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, and I would love to have your guys' support. Check us on out and share this channel to anybody who loves this entertainment content. But with that being said and out of the way, we are going to be ranking the best animated winners from the Oscars. That has started in 2001, was the first year that they did this category, all the way up until last year's winner, Pinocchio. There's great films. A lot of them are Disney films. But we're going to go through, and I'm going to talk about them and give you guys my rankings. Let me know yours down below in the comments, and I'd love to have this great discussion with you down there. Alright, so I have all of the winners that have won the Best Animated Film Award from the beginning to last year's winner, Pinocchio. Some good winners here, some of my favorite films, a lot of Disney films, but let's just get right into it with the one that won right away, and that is Shrek. I absolutely love this movie. This movie is fun. It's some crude humor, and there's definitely humor for adults in there. Get away a lot back in the day with PG and G. But yeah, I love Donkey, love Shrek, love their relationship. This isn't my favorite one in the series. The second one is, but I do love the journey of going to Fiona, especially on that bridge. It's really iconic, and I love it. So Shrek, very, very good film. I'm going to put Shrek on the A tier. Moving on into Spirited Away. If you can't tell, there's a category called Haven't Seen. Don't come for me. I want to see this one. I know I need to. I just haven't had the chance yet, and I'm excited to watch it when I can. So Spirited Away has to go on that haven't seen tier. And then we got Finding Nemo. If you guys don't know or haven't seen, I do have a ranking of the entire Pixar films from my least favorite to my favorite. It's up on the channel now, and Finding Nemo, well, it's definitely one of my favorites. I love this movie. I think it's incredible. It's one of my favorite movies ever, period. I mean, with that being said, it's obviously going on that S tier. I just love the relationship, father and son. I saw this as a kid with my own dad going to the theater. I was scared of Bruce the Shark. That was fun. But anyway, love this film. S tier material for sure. And then we got The Incredibles, a great superhero movie. People love to say it's the best Fantastic Four movie to exist. I understand why. It's definitely fun. I love the family's relationship in here. I love Frozone, and my favorite side character is Edna Mode. She is fantastic. I wish we always got more of her because she is so funny. But yeah, this has a great adventure feel. I love the superhero element, the family element. It's all great. I'm putting The Incredibles on the A tier. It's definitely one of my favorite Pixar films out there. And then we have Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Rare Rabbit. This is a film, so I love the Wallace and Gromit shorts. I really do. They are fantastic. If they were on here, they'd be on the S tier. However, the movie itself and the story around it isn't my favorite, and I just find it as okay. It's a little disappointing for me to watch. I'm glad I got the win here in the recognition, because this is stop-motion animation. If you guys don't know, the amount of work that goes into making stop-motion animation is grueling. I mean, so many people have to be working on these projects. It is fantastic to watch the behind the scenes. I recommend you do. But the story is just not great here for Wallace and Gromit, in my opinion. So I'm putting Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Rare Rabbit, on that C tier. And then we have Happy Feet. I love Happy Feet. I think I love it more than some other people out there. But I remember watching this film as a kid, like, all the time. I don't remember much of it right now, but I do remember, him getting lost from his family and then trying to find his way back. And I love how that is done. I really do, and I think it's incredible. So I'm putting Happy Feet on the B tier. And then we have Ratatouille. I think it's one of the best Pixar films as well. It's definitely in that top 10. It's incredible. I love Remy. I love the relationship with Linguini, with Gusteau. I love, the ghost of Gusteau on his shoulder kind of acting as his conscience. The whole making of food is beautiful. The animation style in here, fantastic. I love this story. I'm excited to see the ride eventually at Walt Disney World that they just put out. I think it's awesome, and I think a lot of people are starting to love it more and more. It's incredible. I'm putting Ratatouille on that S tier. And then we have Wall-E, another Pixar film that I actually think is okay. It's not that great. And I think that's a very, not a popular opinion. Very unpopular. And definitely in the minority about this film, but I just don't love the mix of live action and animation. I don't like that when it goes together. I think the story is okay. I love the character of Wall-E is fun, and his relationship with Eve is awesome to see, but it lacks execution for me. So with that being said, I'm putting Wall-E on that C tier. It's in the latter half of Pixar films for me. Moving on into Up, that has the most emotional 5 minutes intro of any movie, I feel like. It is incredible seeing the relationship grow and ultimately ending for Carl and Ellie. Beautiful to see that blossom. However, the rest of the movie to me is good, but it's not as great as those first 5 minutes. And I feel a lot of people, when thinking back to this movie, they always mention the first 5 minutes, but do they mention the rest of the film? Not always. And you got to talk about that. It's okay. The adventure's okay. It's not as great as I think. It's just not as great as I remember. I love the balloons. I think that's great. Very creative, for sure. But ultimately, the villain, I like Kevin. I love Doug. Doug's great. And I love the relationship between Carl and Russell. I really do. But ultimately, I find it just okay. And not the best Pixar film, but I'm still going to put Up on the B tier. A fun enough adventure. Definitely one that I enjoy. Then we got Toy Story 3. Also unpopular. I don't think it's the best Pixar film. I don't even think it's the best Toy Story film. I feel like a lot of people think that. Again, I think the new toys we get introduced to, yeah, good. The whole Bonnie relationship, going from Andy to Bonnie, I like that. I get it. Good growth. The characters between Woody and Buzz here, that relationship always grows stronger by each film, and by the original toys of the cast, I really do enjoy. However, it's good, but it's not great for me. I don't get why people love it so much when they're in that incinerator. They're not going to die, but still, very good emotional moment nonetheless. So I am putting Toy Story 3. I think this might shock some people. I think I'm going to put Toy Story 3 on the C tier. It's not one I really want to go back and rewatch personally. And then we have Ringo. I've seen this film once for good reason. I don't really want to go back and rewatch it. Some crude humor, nonetheless. I mean, like Shrek, you got away with a good amount. But I think it's just okay. It's nothing special. It's forgettable for me. I've only seen it once. Rango, it's just going on that D tier. It is what it is. And then we have Brave. One of Pixar's, I'd say lesser films. It's not really my favorite. I like the witch in here. I do like that element that she brings to the table. I love the theory that she's actually Boo, just all grown up. However, that's really it. That's all I remember. I mean, I know there's like a mother-daughter relationship story in here, but I can't remember anything about it. So ultimately, Brave is just kind of and I'm going to put Brave on that D tier. It's just kind of a throwaway, in my opinion. And then we have Frozen. Frozen took the world by storm. I mean, it's everywhere. Everyone knows about it. Olaf, I love Olaf, one of my favorite characters. Very, very funny. I do prefer Frozen over Frozen 2, so I think the story is better in here. I like the introductions to the characters we get. Of course, the music, it is great. I love the relationship of the sisters, but it's just kind of okay for me. It's just average. I don't think it's anything too great, but I still do enjoy it. So I am going to put Frozen on the C tier, but I enjoy the film. I really do. Then we got Big Hero 6, a film I love. I don't think a lot of people give it enough credit for what it does, and I think the animation style in here is also a little different from Disney films. And I like this felt different. This didn't really feel like a classic Disney film, but I liked that. It took a different take on stories, and I enjoyed it. I love Baymax. I think he's a great, lovable character. Very funny at times as well. Not too memorable for me. I haven't seen it in a while, but I still do enjoy myself while watching it. So I am going to put Baymax, or Big Hero 6, I'm going to keep it on that C tier. Moving on into Inside Out. This is a film that I also don't love as much as other people. I just think it's okay. I like the emotions. I like how they did that. I think it's very creative for sure. The trailer for the second one just came out, and I'm very excited to watch that. I thought the trailer looked great. And I like that anxiety is going to be thrown in here with a couple more. However, just not my favorite Pixar film. It's not too memorable for me. And I have rewatched this one a good amount of times, but it just doesn't really connect with me as it did with other people. I don't think it's in the top 10 of Pixar. So, with that being said, it's good. I'm putting Inside Out on that C tier. Then we have Zootopia, and I have a bone to pick with Zootopia, okay? Zootopia was up against Moana. I definitely think Moana should have won here. It's a way better film. I would have put Moana up on that S tier immediately. However, Zootopia, it's the winner here, so we got to talk about it. Again, I think this is really good. I do like the world building that they did. I like the characters. I think it's different. A great Disney film. I just wish it went to another one, and I just wish the story connected with me a little bit more, be it at the same time. Now that I'm thinking about it more and more, I enjoy the comedy in here. I enjoy the sloth. I enjoy the world building. I know they're making a sequel. I'm excited for that. So, you know what? I'm putting Zootopia. I'm going to put it up on that B tier, even though I have a bone to pick with it. All right, and then we have Coco. This is a film that was incredible. I mean, it's so beautiful. I'd say this is the best animation done by Pixar. I think The Day of the Dead, the way that this world is conveyed to us. We follow Miguel along his journey every step of the way. The way that they filmed this movie, it made it seem like we were right alongside Miguel. And I love when a movie can do that, especially animation. It makes it even more special. Love the relationship with Hector in here. I love the relationship with his living family, especially his grandma. Miguel wants to do music. Speaking of music, it's phenomenal in here is the score and also the original songs in here. Just incredible. They make you feel so much while watching this movie. Not much more can be said about it. I'm putting Coco up on that S tier. It's a phenomenal Pixar film. Then we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is a film that I have come to love more as time has gone on. When I first watched the movie, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, and I didn't get why people loved it so much. I still don't get why some people think it's the best comic book movie of all time or one of the best. It's just nowhere. It's just not near that for me. I'm glad it is for you, though. But I wanted to watch this film before Across came out. By the way, Across the Spider-Verse will definitely be on this list come next year because it's winning, no doubt, at this year's Oscars for Best Animated Film. Anyway, Into the Spider-Verse is dark, and I love it. The way they went with Kingpin, brilliant. The way they did the relationship of Miles Morales with Peter Parker and setting up the relationship for Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales. I loved that. It's done so well. The character development of Miles Morales, beautiful. His family, amazing. The animation style in here is incredible. And it carries on with Across the Spider-Verse as well. I just love what they're doing to this universe. I think it brought a great different take that we needed for Spider-Man. So with that all being said, I'm going to put Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Debating where to put it, I think I'm going to put it on, I'm going to put it on that A tier. It is great. I love it, and I'm glad that I rewatched that one. Then we got Toy Story 4, a film I don't think should have ever been made, but hey, you can say that about any film. It's okay. I think the story's okay. I used to not really like this film. Over time, I have grown to appreciate the way they ended Buzz and Woody. And that was very emotional for sure. And also just Woody with the rest of the toys as well. However, it's not really an end because Toy Story 5 is coming. Anyway, Forky, great addition. But ultimately the story, is just okay. So I'm going to put Toy Story 4 on that C tier. And then we have Soul. I love Soul. I think it's incredible. It was my favorite film the year it came out, which was either 2020 or 2021. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's 2021. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, yeah, this film is incredible. The music, awesome. This is the only... this film won 3 Academy Awards for Best Score, Best Sound, and Best Animated Feature. Deserved all those 100%. I think it should have been nominated for Best Picture. Anyway, Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, brilliant in here. I just love the way they really did the deep dive into, how are souls, how do they decide, basically who to go to, And I think they did a really good job handling some pretty heavy material. And I just appreciate the more mature take that they took on this story. The jazz element in here is brilliant. I just love this film so much. I'm putting it on the S tier. I'm definitely higher on that film than a lot of other people are, but I think Soul is brilliant. Then we got Encanto. Also, the music in here is brilliant. It's because it's written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is an absolute genius, and we love him. But yeah, the film is great. It took the world by storm as well with We Don't Talk About Bruno. I mean, come on, that's a hit. It's great. It's a good film. The family dynamic here is brilliant. I really did feel that emotion. Mirabelle, our main character, we go through her journey of trying to figure out, what is her purpose? Because her family has all these powers. She doesn't. At the end, we find out her power is being the glue that holds this family together. I absolutely love it. And I think Encanto is beautiful. So I'm going to put Encanto on that B tier. And then we have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Again, one of my favorite films from 2022. I definitely think this film should have been nominated for Best Picture as well. Guillermo del Toro said it best: animation is not just a genre, it is a medium, and it deserves to be respected more than it currently is, I believe. This film handled so much. Pinocchio, we all know the story, but this is a much darker, more heavy-set story, and it brought so much creativity and brilliance to us. I mean, World War II is used here. It's dark. Geppetto passes away. He dies. How does Pinocchio deal with that? Geppetto has a son before Pinocchio in real life, and the son dies. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, unique, dark, brilliant take on a story we already knew, expanding it to making us, at least me, appreciate it much more. And also, as stop motion animation is used here, it's just brilliant. I don't think it could have been done better. I can't stop thinking about this film ever since I've seen it. I mean, especially in the weeks after it, it was on my mind 24/7. I just love this movie. So I'm putting Pinocchio up on that S tier. All right, now it is time to rank these movies from my least favorite to favorite. Spirited Away, haven't seen it, can't count it. Right here, Rango, it's got to go at the bottom of the pack, followed by Brave. And then we got this C tier here. C tier, I still like all of these movies. I really do. I don't hate any of these movies on here. There's just a lot more on C tier than I thought there was going to be. I'm going to put Wallace and Gromit at the back of the pack. The shorts would have been up on that S tier, but the movie's just not as good. And then following that, I'm going to put, I'm going to put WALL-E. And then we're going to say Toy Story 4 can stay there. Inside Out can stay there. Big Hero 6 can stay there. Toy Story 3 and Frozen, I'll leave it like that. So I'll leave it at Toy Story 3 leading the pack for C. Then up on the B tier, we got Encanto, Zootopia, Up, and Happy Feet. I am going to put Up at the back of the pack, followed by Encanto, and then Happy Feet I'm going to put in front of Encanto and have Zootopia leading the pack for B. And then on the A tier, this is tough. I'm going to put Incredibles at the back of it. And then I'm going to put Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, this is tough because I love Shrek. This is tough because weird movies to compare. But you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. Don't come for me. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse number 2, and then Shrek number 1 for A. And then we got our top 5 here on this S tier. All right, we got Pinocchio, Disney Pixar's Soul, Disney Pixar's Coco, Disney Pixar's Ratatouille, and Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo. Okay? Yeah. Pinocchio, I love you. So I'm going to actually put Soul at the back of this pack, then Pinocchio. Then I'm going to move Ratatouille to 3rd, Coco at number 2, and Finding Nemo at number 1. Man, this was a tough list to do, but guys, that's my ranking of all of the past winners for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Give me your ranking. Give me your thoughts. I'm excited to hear them. And if you guys stuck around for this video, I appreciate you guys watching. This was a fun one to do, and let me know your thoughts on it below. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day, night, whatever time you're watching this. And until the next one, I'll catch you then.